Hey, what's up everyone? How you all doing? Now, if you're enjoying all of these changes to Warframe, to our weapons and of course our Warframes as well, then hold tight, brace and clench your butt cheeks because there is more on the way. Beam weapons are getting revamped, hopefully, sometime this week, and revamped in a pretty big way. But will it revive your interest in beam weapons? Weapons like the Flux Rifle, the Cycron, the Quantas, the Gamma Cores, the Ignis and the Ignis Wraith, although you're probably already using those, the Synapse and the Amprex, and of course many more. The workshop post is of course in this video's description. Now, some of these weapons have seen some minor twerks to damage numbers, whereas others have been changed a lot. But one of the biggest changes that these weapons will all benefit from is that status per second has been removed from beam weapons, which we've all been asking for. Now, status per second really held these weapons back. It limited their status potential. As an example, even if your beam weapon had 100% status chance per second, you would still really only have a 25% chance to proc a status effect every second, because most beam weapons have 4 damage ticks per second and it splits that 100% up into those 4 parts. So this held beam weapons back, but now that is gone. Of course, this is still only on paper and we haven't tested all of these weapons out, so time will tell once these changes actually get added, hopefully this week. So what other big changes are in this beam weapon revival? I'll go over just a few because the list is way too long. The Synapse is a weapon that was known for high crit chance and of course dealing that electric damage, but that's been changed. It's no longer an electric based weapon, it now deals corrosive damage, so we can now have multiple status effects on the Synapse, like viral, radiation and corrosive all at the same time, so you can strip armor, have health and of course make them battle royale their fucking faces off, which honestly is going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, it's now a corrosive based weapon, but it's had its crit chance lowered from 50% down to 39%, but its crit damage multiplier has been increased, its fire rate, its range and its status chance are also increased as well. So this looks like a really nice buff to the Synapse. Ignore the 11% less crit chance, the crit multiplier is higher and it's corrosive based with a faster fire rate, so I honestly can't wait to get my hands on this and see exactly how it plays out. The Flux Rifle, just the name of it, just a word. The Flux Rifle was one of my old favourite weapons way back. I think before it was Damage 2.0 ruined it, similar to what it did with the Acrid, and it got shelved and is now gathering dust. But it's seeing some changes, so it's no longer a slash based weapon. Its damage type has been shifted from mainly slash to a mix of puncture and slash, with puncture being the higher of the two. It also now recharges ammo similar to what the Cycron does, which means it has a faster reload time than it had before. Now, I'll hold my judgment on the Flux Rifle until these changes get added. I was kind of hoping for more, but that's probably just nostalgia on my part because I want the Flux Rifle to be as good as it was before, make it great again. Now, before I read the next part, make sure you've got your tissues handy beside you. If you don't, then go run, get them, because the Ignis and the Ignis Wraiths will no longer deal damage through walls or objects, so farming medallions and other items just got a little bit more annoying for some of you. Why do they keep nerfing fucking ways to farm shit? Now, I'm only joking. Both of these weapons have seen their range reduced to 20 meters for the Ignis and 27 meters for the Wraith. The Wraith has seen its damage increased and its crit chance and multiplier increased as well. So there's less range on both of these weapons, more damage and no wall punch through unless you have it modded for punch through. Now, the Amprex has seen its damage increased from 7.5 all the way up to 24 base damage, but like the Synapse, it's had its crit chance reduced but its crit multiplier increased. Its fire rate and of course its range have also been reduced. Again, we're going to have to wait and see how this one plays out once it gets added into the game because it's all just on paper, but the damage increase and the crit multiplier increase sound really nice, but you will of course lose that 4 meters of range. Now, probably the biggest change in all of this is one, and it's going to shock you, it really is the new core. For those of you who love running a Harrow new core setup, will be happy to know that it's got its crit chance greatly increased, and I mean fucking 3 times the crit chance that it had before. So it's gone from being a 1% crit chance weapon up to a 3% crit chance weapon. Mind fucking blown. All joking aside though, this thing with Harrow, even though it's gotten a slight crit chance increase, is still fucking incredible, and it's going to be even better now. But keep that to yourself, don't tell anyone or else it'll get nerfed. Okay, there are way too many weapons for me to keep listing out. The Cycron, the Quantas, the Glaxion, the Phage, the Embolist and many more. But hopefully this week we will be able to test them all out and be either happy or sad, depending on which weapon you're actually looking at. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of all of these changes, whether you're excited or not. Have you ever wrestled a badger? Let me know. Life goals. Do me a huge favour and hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.